All right, guys, it's week 3, location 3 in our series where we are trying to meet our goal of building the perfect picture pen here on the farm this year. And this location is a little bit different than the rest, but I think it offers some promising opportunities. So we'll check it out. All right, we'll start off looking straight south, and there's Trip, who never misses a ride in the Gator. Hey, buddy. Okay, I can lay down then. All right, so to the south we have these pine trees, which is kind of cool. They could give us a little windbreak. Those big tall trees are across the road. I don't know that it matters all that much, right? It's to the south, it's never going to be in the shots. So to the east, what we have going on is these trees up close. Or excuse me, we're looking west, right? So this would be our morning backdrop. These trees up here are close, these trees up here are far away, but the ground rolls off that way pretty extensively. And Sunseeker app, which I told you about last week, tells me that we're gonna be looking this way in the mornings, in the fall, and in the winter time. So this is kind of looking northwest. And I think that that is gonna be a pretty great backdrop. There's my farm that we looked at the last couple weeks over there, those two little white specks you can see. So we're a long way from home and there are no facilities here. So that's going to factor into what we decide. But I like the way the ground lays here. I like this backdrop to the northwest. You know, even in the summertime, you know, by halfway through our session in a summertime, we'd be looking this way. So we'd have this kind of early morning backdrop here, which is a little funky, but once we get into mid-morning and late morning, or the end of our summer session, we'd be here. In the fall, we'd be here, and I love this backdrop a ton. It's relatively clean. It would be easy to edit. Those trees will have some good color on them. I love that there's that green field behind them. That's some, you know, orchard grass, alfalfa hay that's really beautiful. And then that woods way back has some amazing colors in the fall. So love this direction. Looking straight north, wintertime, I got this one tree which I know is gonna be a pain in my butt. Whenever you have just one in the shot, you either need to have it framed this way or framed this way. And I know there are gonna be times a day when that tree is, I'm gonna hate it. And so I'm thinking about just sliding to the right here, sliding to the east with my pen. I love how the ground falls off away from my feet here. I love how open it is to due north. And then back here, I have this really beautiful farm to the northeast. So this is gonna be my afternoon backdrop, right? And I don't mind that a bit. Those buildings will probably disappear behind the cattle, and the tower, as much as I don't like it, is gonna edit out of there really easily. So then we have our late afternoon backdrop, which is more or less I'm comfortable with. I don't love it. The ground starts to run uphill from here, but it's not bad. And then if we're talking about summertime pictures in the evening, that house is gonna be a problem. So I'm not too confident about that house, but there are a lot of things here that I like. So it's definitely in consideration still. So as we think about this location, you know, there's a lot of great stuff going on. It definitely has some promise. And I think it deserves some serious consideration. There's one more little spot on this farm that I want to look at as well, and I'll share that with you too. All right, fourth and final location that's in consideration here, and you can already tell there's a really cute backdrop behind me that I like a lot. And so we're just gonna jump in. Looking to the south, we're on the same place we were for location 3. So there's the road and those same big tall pine trees across the road as we looked at. Looking to the west, so this is our early morning shots in the summertime. You know, we have this valley, which this is backlit right now, but those pine trees are gonna be a beautiful backdrop for an early morning shot. They're probably gonna hit us with some shadows though in the afternoons and evenings. And so those could be, as beautiful as they are, they could be problematic. And so we're looking to, they hide a house right here. My parents live in that house and they hide that. So there's our farm again where we live. We just got closer to it from the last one. Again, so we're a long way from home. There's no facilities here, so we have to deal with that. The northwest, we've got this opening. I know there's gonna be a gate through there. We're kind of in the middle of a 3-acre field here, and I don't want to use up this whole field for a picture pen. And this is where the pen would have to go if we were here. Now, looking straight north, we have this tree line backdrop, which is okay. It's a little close for me, that those trees are going to be above the cattle's backs, and as much as I can blur it out, and it would look kind of cool, and I like the idea of being shielded by these trees in the winter time from the wind and so forth, I'm just not so sure about it, as pretty as I think it is. So here's the northwest. There's that real pretty farm, and boy, do I love this view. This view could get really good in the fall, so afternoon, falls, this could be incredible. And then here's our late evening in the summertime shot, which again, beautiful, beautiful big tall trees. I love this location, but those trees are going to make editing really complicated because of all the contrast and texture. The ground falls pretty steep to the right, so this would be left side photos. And again, those trees are definitely tall enough to shade out our picture pen area. So I love this spot. This is one of my favorite spots. I think it's one of the most beautiful spots on the farm. But it might not make a great picture pen because as beautiful as the backdrops are, they're complex. They're going to create challenges while editing. They're going to be over the cattle's backs, which is going to change the perspective of how big or small those animals are. And so I think I'm just going to keep this spot for hayfield. And this is the first one I'm going to scratch. We'll take a look at the rest and tell you which one we picked as we continue this series on our YouTube channel. Check it out.